But so today I am going to solve a numerical related to forces on vehicle moving down on an inclined plane. Okay, so please try to understand the numerical. First, let me draw the sketch. Okay, these are the various forces which acts when the vehicle is moving downward and brake is being applied. So now take up the numerical. An automobile with base 2.5 meter wheel base, mind it. That is the distance between the two wheels. This is called wheel base. Okay, and the distance of CG. This is your CG point, and above that is H. Okay, तो इसमें दिया हुआ व्हील बेस दैट इज B is given 2.5 meter. Then CG lies at 0.6. H is given 0.6 meter. The ground and above the ground and 1.5 mm, 1.5 meter in the front of the rear axle. रेयर एक्सिल से फ्रंट में जो है वो 1.5 मीटर दूरी पर है दैट इज योर एक्स एक्स इज गिवन दिस इज योर एक्स डिस्टेंस ओके एक्स इज गिवन हाउ मच 1.15 meter 1.15 meter okay in the front of the axle above the ground and 1.15 meter in the front of the rear axle. Okay, in the front of the rear axle. Automobile is moving on a level ground with a speed of 45 km per hour. V velocity दिया हुआ है 45 km per hour. Okay, velocity is given. That is the velocity with which the vehicle is moving. 45 kilometer per hour. Okay, so that is your speed of the vehicle. The speed of the vehicle. These are the things given. Okay. Now in the question it is given that in place of moving on the inclined plane, that vehicle is moving on the flat road. So it doesn't matter. We will change it accordingly. And now you have to find out what first part. Only rear wheel are braked. Only rear wheel are braked. Second part, only front wheel are braked. Braked. Brake are applied to all the wheels. These three parts you have to solve the numerical. Okay? This is the vehicle which is moving. Here I have shown on the inclined road, but in the question it is moving on the flat road. it means theta will be 0 in that case. Okay, and that sin cos theta will be equal to 1 and sin theta will be equal to 0 when it is moving on the flat road. When vehicle moving on flat road. Clear? So this is the numerator which you have to solve. Now first part, only rear wheel are braked. First part was only the rear wheel are braked. For that we have got the formula which we have derived, that is alpha upon g. Already we have derived the formula. Alpha upon g is equal to mu b minus x divided by mu h plus b into cos theta. Okay? Minus sin theta. Minus sin theta. Okay? Here one more thing is given, and that is mu. Mu is given 0.5. Okay? These are the things which are given. Now we are going to solve the numerical. So first we will find the value of alpha by g. This will be 1, this will be 0. Alpha by g will be mu b minus x divided by mu x plus b. Okay? That is 0.5, 2.5, 1.15 divided by 0.5 b into h. H is your, h is given 0.6. Here it is h. Okay? 0.6 plus b, and b is your 2.5. We have to solve this. It can be easily solved. All of you can solve it very well, and the value which will be coming, that will be your 0.241. Okay, after solving this. Therefore, alpha can be written as 9.81 multiplied by 0.241, and that will be 2.36 meter per second square. Why per second square? Because it is acceleration. So the stopping distance is given by s is given by v square upon 2 alpha, and velocity is given 45 km per hour. That has to be changed into meter per second, and in that case that will be 45 into 1000 divided by 3600, and that will give you the value 12.5 meter per second. Okay? That the velocity which was given 45 km per hour, that has been converted into meter per second. Therefore, the stopping distance, s is the stopping distance. The stopping distance, that will be given by 12.5 whole square divided by 2 into, अभी हमने कैलकुलेट किया है अल्फा की वैल्यू 2.36, and after solving this the value will come 31.1 meter. This is the stopping distance. When only rear wheel brakes are applied, only rear wheel brakes are applied, then this is the stopping distance. Now only front wheel, now the second part, only front wheel brakes are applied. Then in that case also we can solve the equation. Alpha by g will be equal to mu x cos theta divided by b minus mu h minus sin theta. Okay, same thing. So we will get here, this is 1, this is 0. So alpha by g can be written as mu x divided by b minus mu h. B minus mu h. Okay, so putting the values 0.5 mu की वैल्यू हो गई into x, x हमको दिया हुआ 1.15 divided by 2.5 b minus 0.5 into h 0.6, and that will give the value 0.261. Okay, therefore alpha can be written as 9.81 multiplied by 0.261, and that will give you the value of alpha 2.56 meter per second. 2.56 meter per second square. See, this type of numerical can be asked in examination. ब्रेकिंग सिस्टम का न्यूमेरिकल आ जाता है, ठीक है। तो अल्फा की वैल्यू हमने निकाल लिया। अब फिर स्टॉपिंग डिस्टेंस का हमारा फार्मूला वही है, s इज इक्वल टू v स्क्वायर अपॉन 2 अल्फा, एंड दैट गिव्स 12.5 होल स्क्वायर डिवाइडेड बाय 2 इनटू अल्फा की वैल्यू 2.56, and that will give you 30.5 meter. 30.5 meter. Okay. In that case, the second part, only when the front wheels are wrecked, we can find out the value of the distance which it will travel, the stopping distance. Rather, I should say, stopping distance. Okay. So first part stopping distance is this. Second part stopping distance is this. Now brakes are applied on all the wheels, all the four wheels. All the four wheels brakes are applied. Then we have to again calculate the stopping distance, and that is given by alpha by g is equal to mu cos theta minus sin theta. That is equal to mu 0.5. Therefore, alpha is equal to 9.81 into 0.5. That will give you 4.90 meter per second square. Okay? अल्फा निकाल लिया हमने, जबकि चारों व्हील पर ब्रेकिंग लग रही है। तो ट्रेवल डिस्टेंस s, स्टॉपिंग डिस्टेंस rather I should say, the stopping distance, that will be given by v square upon 2 alpha, that is v square upon 2 alpha, that is 12.5. v की वैल्यू निकाल चुके हैं पहले ही, 12.5 मीटर पर सेकेंड। ओके, डिवाइडेड बाय 2 इंटू अल्फा की वैल्यू अभी हम निकाली है 4.90, and that gives 15.94 meter. 15.94 meter. So you can see that all the three cases have been dealt over here. When the vehicle is moving on the flat road, then what happens? When the vehicle is moving on the flat road, what happens? First one, only rear wheel are braked. I have taken that. When the rear wheel are braked, alpha by g is equal to this much of, because theta is 0, cos theta 1, sin theta 0. Alpha by g की वैल्यू फिर हमने निकाली, अल्फा की वैल्यू निकाली 2.36 मीटर पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर. Then the stopping distance s is given by v square upon 2 alpha. So s will be given by v square upon 2 alpha, putting all those values 33.1 meter. When only rear wheels are braked. Okay. Now second part, when front wheel are braked, then in that case again alpha by g is equal to mu x cos theta v minus mu h minus mu h minus sin theta. अल्फा बाई जी की वैल्यू फिर निकाली हमने 261 और यहाँ से अल्फा की वैल्यू निकाल दिया 2.56. ओके क्लियर. देन स्टॉपिंग डिस्टेंस अगेन v स्क्वायर अपॉन 2 अल्फा और s की वैल्यू फिर हमने निकाल दिया, v की वैल्यू मालूम है, अल्फा की वैल्यू निकाला. थर्ड पार्ट, when brakes are applied to all the wheels, when brakes are applied to all the four wheels, then what happens? Alpha by g is given by mu cos theta minus sin theta, and that is cos theta is equal to 1, sin theta 0, mu is equal to 0.5. So alpha is given by 4.90 meter per second square. Stopping distance s is given by v square upon 2 alpha, v square 12.5 रखा हमने वैल्यू और ये निकाल दिया 15.94. So all the three stopping distance has been calculated. This numerical is important. This type of numerical can be asked in your final examination. Okay. Now I shall deal with the difference between the disc brake and your drum brake. What is the basic difference between the two that I am going to explain? I think this numerical is very clear to you. Numerical is quite clear. So now I am going to deal with the difference between the drum brake and disc brake. I shall draw a rough figure first, then I will give you the difference between the two. Okay? चेक करते रहना जरा ठीक चल रहा ना, पता नहीं कब आएगी आएगी नहीं आएगी. Just I have tried to show you a rough picture of the disc brake. Okay. This is a rough picture of your disc brake, which I have tried to show you. Okay, disc brake with fixed caliper. Okay, caliper is fixed. This is the caliper top one. This is applying the oil, and it goes presses the disc. Then we have got the drum brake. I am going to explain to you what is the basic difference between the two, drum brake and disc brake. This is your expander. Expander may be your piston and cylinder type, or maybe cam type, both. In mechanical brake, you get the cam type, and in hydraulic brake, you get the piston and cylinder. That is the oil cylinder, I should say. So this is your drum brake component. Drum brake components and concept of leading and trailing brake shoe. So this is your drum brake and this is your disc brake. Now there are a lot of difference between the two. I will just dictate you whether I should I write it. If you say I will write it, but there is the difference which I am going to mention one by one. Now the comparison between the disc and drum brake. This is the sketch which I have tried to draw to make you very clear about the concept. Now the difference I am going to mention. That is comparison between disc and drum brake and drum brake. Okay, the comparison difference between the two I will mention one by one. Parameter. Okay, then drum brake, disc brake, then drum brake. Okay, the difference between the two which I will going to mention. Cooling and heat dissipation. First point. Cooling and heat dissipation. Okay. Second point, frictional pad and nature of wear. Frictional pad and nature of wear. Third point, weight. Fourth point, anti-fade characteristic. Anti-fade characteristic. Fifth point, replacement of friction material. Sixth point, design and initial cost. Seventh point, temperature effect and stability. Eighth point, self-energizing action. Ninth point, adjustment ability. And the last point, that is water and dirt connection. Water and dirt connection. These are the various points which I will let you know about the disc brake and then about the drum brake. First point, cooling and heat dissipation, more efficient cooling. इसमें more efficient cooling. Cooling, okay? Then less efficient cooling. Here it is less efficient cooling. Okay? First point was that. Second point, frictional pad and nature of wear. Then frictional pad and flat wear of the pad is uniform. Wear of pad, frictional pad pattern, pad is uniform. Okay? Frictional pad and curved wear pad not uniform. Wear pad is not wear of frictional pad is not uniform because it is curved. Frictional pad is not uniform as it is curved. Okay? उसका उसका जो ब्रेक पैड होता है वो कर्व होता है, इसलिए उसमें जो वियर आउट होता है वो यूनिफॉर्म नहीं होता. वेट इज लेस, दैट रिजल्ट्स इन लोअर इनर्शिया. Weight is less and result in lower inertia and results in lower inertia. Okay, here weight is more, inertia is high, of course, is high. Okay, this was the third point. Now fourth point, anti-fade characteristic. It is better here, better. The braking effect decreases with constant and prolonged application of brake. Fade is not uniform, Okay, depend upon the braking effort. Now 5, replacement of frictional material, easy. Okay, troublesome, time taking. Here, troublesome and time taking. Okay, that was number 5. Number 6, design and initial cost. Simple design but initial cost is high. Simple design but initial cost is high. Okay, here not so simple construction but initial cost is low. Not so simple construction but cost is low. हाँ? इसमें इसका cost low था. 7, temperature effect and stability unaffected by temperature. By temperature. Okay? Stability is comparatively less. Stability is less. Then self-energizing action. Force need to apply brake is more. Braking force more braking force has to be applied. Okay? Braking force more. Okay? Less force needed. Here, less force needed for the braking purpose. Okay? Then adjustment ability, self-adjusting self-adjusting, self-adjusting. Okay. Need manual adjusting. Need manual or automatic brake adjustment or automatic brake adjustment. Now the last point, water and dirt collection, better water recovery and self-cleaning. Better water and self-cleaning. अपने आप साफ हो जाता है. It always get clean by itself only. Okay? That is the special property of this. Then, time देखो 38. And here water goes inside causing damage. Water goes inside causing damage. So these are the various differences between the disc and drum brake. One by one I have written cooling and heat dissipation. Second, friction pad and nature of wear. Third, weight. Then anti-fade characteristic. Fifth one, replacement of the frictional material. Then design and initial cost. Temperature effect and stability. Then self-energizing action. Then adjustment ability. And last but not the least, water and dirt collection. I have given you in to some extent the detail about the difference between the disc and drum brake. That's all for today. Thank you.